There are simultaneously two different messages going out from the White House. President Trump, in his Oval Office meeting with Chuck and Nancy, doubled down. He said, I will own the shutdown. I will shut down the government. I'm proud to do it for border security. Stephen Miller on Face the Nation came out. He said, yes, if we must, we will shut down the government. Absolutely. For border security. The Democrats are so insistent on open borders, we will own that. Then you have this separate response from Sarah Sanders and Kellyanne Conway saying, well, we don't really want to shut down the government. Well, we can get money elsewhere. Well, maybe we don't need $5 billion. That latter approach, and I respect both of those women immensely, but that latter approach is the conventional wisdom, that we don't want to own a government shutdown, that it looks bad, that voters will punish us. I just think it's not been borne out historically. In 2013, Republicans shut down the government. We were told it was going to ruin us in the elections. What happened? We had a great election in 2014. We took the Senate. I think President Trump and Stephen Miller have this right. Double down, own it, take it. There is no political downside to shutting down the government. The majority of Americans want a wall. Illegal immigration is a big winning issue among the American people for Republicans at the ballot box. Double down, own it, especially at a time when the majority of the government is already funded. It's Christmas time. People won't be paying very much attention to political news. Do it now. It's our last chance to build the wall before Nancy Pelosi takes over the Congress.
Right. And I think the question that's at the heart of this matter, too, when you're talking about the strategy, not just the wall, I think a lot of us agree that we want the border wall. It's what President Trump promised us. But the heart of the matter when it comes to the strategy of defeating Democrats is this question. Would Donald Trump have won this fight had he stood his ground, if he actually was willing to shut down the government? He was not willing to cave to Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer's whining and their, cries of immorality, even though they voted in the past for a border wall. Would he have won this fight? Would Democrats have ultimately caved once the government was shut down?
The question is almost moot because it's a win-win either way. Either you shut down the government and you go down swinging, you go down fighting, Nancy Pelosi takes over too late, or you actually get them to give in. The conventional wisdom, the traditional wisdom, is that Democrats won't cave. They're going to wait until they come into power in just a month and take over the House of Representatives. But this is such a losing issue for them. I think it's an example of Democrats bluffing. They're going out there with a straight face. They're saying, we want to abolish ICE. We want open borders. We want amnesty. They know. They looked at focus groups. They looked at the polling from the midterm elections. They know this won't help them at the ballot box. I think they would buckle if President Trump held their feet to the fire on this. But the signs now coming out of the White House and from the press secretary